Hello.
Hi. Hi, Ahmed.
Hi, Sawsan. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, all good. Thank you so much. Your voice is not clear.
Really? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you now, but there is a little breaking up in the voice.
Okay, just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Is it better now?
Okay. Like when you talk, I'll let you know. I will be sure about it. So,
Okay.
how is everything for you?
Everything is okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, all good. Thank you so much. Today, I had some work, and I also had a session right before I see you or before I meet you. Now I had a session, another session.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I finished my session, I texted you so we can have our meeting and give you a quick, as they say, a quick tip. I'll take you in a tour in our session, in our course, and also about to learn more about your needs. So it's very important for me to know what you need, and what are your weakness points. This is very important.
Okay, well,
Okay,
I think I need to know.
just before you start, will you be
Yeah.
able to turn the camera on? Because I need to see
No, I'm
you. I
sorry,
need
no.
to, not now or never, because
Um,
mhm.
let's say not now for now.
Yes, because I need to make eye contact with you. Now maybe I can look anywhere, but once I see you, I'll be able to make eye contact with you, and I
Yeah.
will be able to communicate more with you. That's the point,
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Okay, let's think about it later.
Okay.
I understand your concern.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. So,
Okay.
when someone asks to take a course with me, I need to make a first session with them so I can know their needs and the weakness points, the things that they need to work on, so we can add these things and we can work on them together so they can improve, they can get better. So, yeah.
Okay, basically, I graduated from Faculty of Commerce, but it was not in English. It was in Arabic. And I was not educated in a language school or so. During the education years, I have been learning everything in Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
Once I graduated, I started to take English courses. I took English course from AUC, the British Council, and not courses. I learned a lot from not courses in terms of the uh, pronunciation, how to speak in public, and I practiced English a lot right there. But actually, I think that I had the chance to learn English when I started working. I am working as a localization project manager in the translation industry. I'm not a translator, but I manage the translation project. So I deal with translators and the clients. Um, I send emails in English, maybe 100 or more than 100 email in English on daily basis. Sometimes I call the clients or the translators in English. Of course, we communicate in English. However, I think that sometimes I just need to work more on my pronunciation skills to make sure that okay, let me tell you, when I read a very new English word and it's not a short word, sometimes I feel lazy to just spell it. and I just go and translate it, or just if I am reading out loud an email and I have a very long word, I feel embarrassed because I'm just, as I told you, maybe I'm lazy to spell it, or I don't know how to pronounce this new word. So I think it's time for me to start learning phonetics, because even if it's a new word that I have never learned before or heard of it before, I need to, okay, when I have this letter and this letter comes after this letter, so it should be pronounced like that. This is what I need. Yeah.
Yes, I got your point. And yeah, I think we can work on that together. But you need to know, like, there is a technique on working on phonetics or improving your pronunciation skills. There is a technique on that. And I'd like to follow the practical technique, which is we have an English conversation, a conversation in English, and we try every sentence we learn and every sentence we say, we try to analyze it and get the right way of pronouncing it like the native or like what natives do. Got it?
Yes,
For
so you
example,
take course and you learn you teach people how to spell the word or pronounce the word. You're just not teaching every letter how to read it, right?
actually, yes,
You're not
but
just,
since you're not a beginner, so we're gonna, like, fasten the pace. We're gonna work on that faster. It's not gonna be from scratch, because of course you can pronounce well, and you only have some mistakes. So we can work on these mistakes, but we don't have to work from scratch on them. Got it? So
yeah.
every time, every session, we're gonna have a story, and working on this story, we're gonna be working on it as a listening practical or practice. We're gonna listen to someone saying this story in their native language, because this person is originally American. So we're gonna listen to him saying this story and saying these words, and we're gonna learn how to say them the same way. Got it? So let's have a quick example. I'm gonna play a story now, and we're gonna analyze what you could get from what he said, and then we're gonna practice and learn together how to say it the same way. Got it?
Okay.
If you don't understand, you can just let me know. You can say, no, I don't get it. I don't understand what you mean. So I will explain more. Feel free to do this. I don't want you to be shy with me, because I'm your mentor. I'm your coach now. And no way you will be shy with your coach. Got it?
Yeah, of course.
So
Okay.
whenever you have any question, whenever you have a question, whenever you want to ask about anything, you can just hit it, shoot it.
Okay, so you're gonna let me see an example,
Yes,
and I
it's
need
it's
to.
a listening example. We're gonna listen to a story, not the full story, not the whole one. We're gonna listen to only a sentence of the story, and after this, I'm gonna ask you what you've learned or what you've heard from this story or from this part, and we're gonna write it here in this file.
Okay.
Okay, once we write the phrase or the sentence, we're going to be working on how to pronounce it the right way and how to improve the pronunciation. And also, we're going to work a little bit on the accent. Okay? Actually, not a little bit. We're going to work a lot on the accent, because it's all about the right pronunciation and how to pronounce words well and how to make linking. That's the most important part we're going to be working on. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's do it now. Let's start.
Like the terrible buzzer that old roommate volume with, well, I sleep with two because I have a I can handle. A for me is definitely.
Yes. From here, I will play one sentence and then I will pause. And I'm gonna ask you, what have you learned or what have you heard from this sentence? Got it?
Yeah.
The worst part of the day for me is definitely when I have to get up.
Okay. So, what have you heard?
The worst part of my day is definitely when I get up.
Okay. The worst part of the of what?
Of my day. He said of my day تقريبا.
Okay. I don't want you to use any Arabic words from now on.
Okay.
You don't need to do this. So don't do it. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So
The
listen.
worst thing of my day is when I wake up.
Okay, I want you now in this exercise, the point is to say what he typically said. Don't say it by
I
the
don't
meaning.
remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna repeat it as many times as we need. Don't worry about this. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're gonna repeat it again until you get it 100% correct. Okay?
Okay.
The worst part of the day for me is definitely when I have to get up.
Hmm.
The worst part. Oh my god. Just a moment. Okay. The worst part of the day for me is definitely when I try to get up.
Okay, the worst part of the day for me is
Definitely
yes,
when I try to get up.
when and there is a little mistake here.
Try.
Yeah, like when I something. So listen again and tell me what he said in this part.
Day for
Okay.
me is definitely when I have to get up.
When I have to get up.
Yes. Okay, that's the first sentence. So if you wanna like this sentence is like the worst part of I just wanted to listen, okay? The worst part of the day for me is definitely when I have to get up. So as you can see
You
here,
know, in this sentence, I need to know when I can. What I need to learn is when I can read it as of the
okay,
day or of or off.
yeah,
Because I think in this sentence it should be off. But I really don't know when I need to say off or off. It's just I say it when it sounds familiar, but I don't know the rule.
yeah, and we're gonna be working on that. That's because as we wrote this sentence here, we're gonna like analyze it a piece by a piece, everything, okay? But like basically, we have two words. We have this word which is of, like a V, of. Say it.
Of,
Of.
of,
Yes, I wanted to make it a little longer. Not of, it's of.
of,
Yes. And we have this word which is off.
of.
Yes. So whenever you see this one, you say of with a V. And when you see this one, you say off. That's the rule. Just like that.
For the sentence, it's of.
Okay. If you have this word as of in a sentence like this one, you don't say it completely. Like, listen here how he said it. The worst part of the worst part of the day of the. Can you say it?
The worst part of the.
Of the, yes. That's how you say it in a sentence like this. So let's start from the beginning because we're gonna not just working on, we're not gonna be working on of like precisely. We're gonna be working on every word in this sentence. Okay? So as you can see here, we have the word the. This word is not the or the, it's the. Say it.
The.
Yes. And what makes me say it the or the depends on the first letter on the following word. Do you understand?
Yes.
For example, this word here, the, if I like, when I see the, I look at the first letter in the following word. For example, what's the first letter in the following word here?
W.
W. Yes, not W. 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 It's like double U.
Yeah.
That means you and you. W. So that's how you say it. W. Say it again.
W.
Yes. Double. If you want to make this l, you know the word Allah?
Yes, this is another thing that I cannot.
Yeah, we're gonna be working on all
pronounce
that. Yeah, we're gonna be working on all that. Don't worry about it. You know, we need just to take it a step by step. Okay? And it's not, this course is not gonna be informative. Yeah, it's not gonna be like I'm giving you information. No, I will help you practice these things more and more every time. Okay?
Okay.
So we have this word here. The L in English is called dark L, and the dark L comes like from here. Oh, I put my tongue in this part. Oh, yeah, do it.
I cannot see you, but I will.
Yes, say it again. Yeah, how about now? You can see you can't see my video at all? You can see me in the camera? Or you can't?
No, I just can see the screen. You're sharing screen, that's all.
Yeah, okay. Just a second. Yeah.
No, yeah, now I can see. Okay.
Yes. So here, as you can see, I put my tongue, the tip of my tongue here. Yeah, say it again. Try.
On the upper teeth or
The
on your upper teeth?
The upper teeth. Yes, from inside, not outside. Inside.
Oh.
Yeah. So I say
Oh.
lion.
Oh,
Lion.
we don't say Allah. We say Allah.
Allah.
That will be with your mouth. Allah.
No.
Your tongue should
with
be.
my tongue. Allah. As you can see here, Allah.
Okay.
Right? Or what do you think?
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'll.
No, not al. Al.
I'll.
Yeah. Al. So we say like life. Life.
Life.
Yes, not life, right? Left, not
And
left.
when should we say this?
Yeah, every time.
Also,
Every
the L
time.
like this.
Just say it every time.
Every time?
Yeah, every time. Life. La, like this. Every time.
So there is no L in English?
Yeah, there is. But like, I want you to focus on the most difficult one first. And by time, you will be able to say the light one. But the most important one is the dark one, the strong one. That's what we're going to be practicing now. So, again, say life.
Life.
Yes. Okay. Black.
Black.
Yes. Okay. Wall.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Like the L.
Yes. You
Like
said
L from Egypt.
like what?
I think L and L, it's like from Egypt and Masr, you know. I don't know how to say the L, so I cannot hear myself. So I said it myself right or not?
Yes. Okay, but I can hear, and I can assure you, you said it correct, but you need more practicing. So once you practice it more and more, you will be able to recognize the difference between the Egyptian one and the Masri one. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and there is no such thing like this. English is English.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. So, again, life.
Life.
Yes. Light.
Light.
Okay. Mall.
Mall.
Yes.
What is this? What did you say?
Mall.
Wall.
Wall and mall. Mall and wall.
Wall. Mall. Wall.
Yes. Okay. That's another rule we're not going to be working on now. We're not going to be talking about now. I'm not going to give you information. Okay. Just take it a step by step. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so let's get back here. As you can see here, we have the, and firstly, speaking of the word the, you know, the sound of the TH or the TH sound can be two things. Can be the, a strong one like the. As you can see here, can you see me? Yeah, now you can see me.
No.
Yeah, the. Try.
I can see you.
You can't see me?
Yes.
How about now?
Yes, now I can see.
Okay, so
You
again,
said the.
yeah, no. I want you to look at me and say it the same way. The.
No, you're freezing.
I'm freezing?
So, yeah, no, now I cannot see you at all.
Okay, you can't see me? You can't see me?
Yes, I cannot see you.
Okay, just a second. How about now?
No.
Okay. Okay, and now?
No.
Can't see me? I don't know why. Okay.
Okay, now I can see you, but you stopped sharing
Yes, I
the
know.
screen.
So how about now? You can see
Yeah.
both, I think, now.
Yeah.
You can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so again, it's gonna be the.
The.
Yes. So I want you to try to this one. Yeah. Try to say this one.
Mother.
Mother. You know, for the first for the first time you would feel it as the. It's not the. It's the mother.
Mother.
Yes. We used to know that we need to make it like mother, but no, it's not mother. No, mother.
Mother.
Yes. And also, how about this one?
Father.
Father. Remember, not father. No, father.
I don't catch the difference.
Yes, but by time you will be able to, because I can catch you saying it. By time you will be able to understand and to identify it, to recognize it. By time,
Okay.
you know. Yeah, so try again. Huh? Father.
Father.
Yes, that's the right one. Okay, I want you now to listen to me when I say it in two different ways, and you tell me which one is the wrong one. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, father, and father.
Father.
Which one is correct? The first one or the second one?
The second one?
Yes, that's the correct one. Could you see the difference?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Again.
didn't split it. You didn't split it. You just saying it like one, like a one shot, you know?
Yeah, okay. So let me try now to make it slower, and you tell me which one is the wrong one and which one is the correct one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, again. Father, that's number one. The second one, father. Which one is correct?
The first one, I think the second one is not the correct
Okay,
word.
listen again. Father, that's the first one. The second one is father.
The second one.
Which one is the correct one?
The second one.
Yes, exactly. So could you see the difference now?
No.
Yeah.
I need to know the rule to
Yes.
understand.
Actually, the rule is when you see the th, you make it from here. You put your tip of your tongue here. between your teeth, but not too much out, like not like this. No, it's just the tip, like this. The rule is to be able to make the same movement with your mouth. Once you do it right with your mouth, you will be able to say the sound correctly. Got it? So again, look at me. Can you see me?
No.
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand, but
Yes, you can see me now?
no.
And now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so try to go out and come back again.
You don't have to. You don't have to share screen if this will stop sharing.
Okay, yes,
the camera.
yes, but I think that's not common to happen. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't supposed to happen. This, it's not supposed to happen. So maybe there's a problem or something, but it's okay as long as you can see me now. Okay, can you see me now?
Okay. Yes.
So you need to put your the tip of your tongue, this, between your teeth here, like this. Try. Yes, exactly. Now say father.
Father.
No, not too much. Like try to take your tongue a little inside. Yeah, again.
Father.
Yes, this one is correct. Okay, so now I want you to look at my face and watch me saying this word twice. Once in a wrong way and once in a correct way. Okay?
Okay.
Focus on my face. So here, father, father. That's the first one. The second one is father, father.
The second one is the correct one
Yes.
because your tongue was inside the mouth.
Yes, exactly. So you just need to, get a small part, a tiny part of your mouth and get it beside your teeth. Once you do this, you will be able to say the sound correctly. Got it?
Okay.
So now try to say the worst. The worst.
The waist.
No, not waist. I didn't say the waist. I said the worst. The worst. Worst.
The worst.
Yeah, faster. The worst.
The worst.
Yes. So that comes to the next tip. As you can see, the word the, as we mentioned. This word can be the or the. The or the. What's the rule? Okay. If the word the followed by a vowel letter like A, E, I, O, or U, so in that case you say the. Can you give me an example?
The elephant.
A word like this one, for example. So, what should I say? The elephant or the elephant? What do you think?
You said if the comes after a vowel letter, it should be the or the.
The
elephant.
Actually, it's not the elephant, not the elephant. No, you mix the sounds together. As you can see here, the word the ends with an E, and I said it like the E, like this. And now I have the word elephant and starts with an E too, right? Don't say say yes. I want you to speak up. I don't want you to feel sleepy. I want you to be active.
Okay, I'm active. I'm
Okay?
super active.
Yes, so
Yes.
you need to have active voice. If you are active, I need to sense it from you.
Okay.
You need to have the energy. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's it. Okay? So again, I say the elephant. The elephant. Can you say it again?
The elephant.
No, I didn't say The elephant. No. The elephant.
The elephant.
Exactly.
No, I don't know. No, it's the elephant.
Yes, the elephant. Yes. You said it correct.
It sounds like Y, not A or A or even A.
Exactly. That's the linking rule. Okay, that's all about linking. When you link two words together, they give an in-between sound which is unsimilar, unpopular. Okay? For example, if I have a word,
elephant?
yes, the elephant, yes. So we
I
can
think
say,
if I told someone the elephant, they will just think that I don't know the correct
really? You think so?
spelling of the word.
Really?
Yeah, because I have never heard of the talk. But okay.
No, this
You're
is
the expert.
not true. You saw it? It's the elephant in the room. The elephant in
The
the room.
elephant?
Yes,
Okay.
the elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, a
The
word like
elephant.
this.
Okay, but I just need to let you know, but I don't want my English to be super perfect because we don't use perfect English. I don't want to sound creepy. Like I don't want to sound ideal, you know? I just want to be okay, but more than okay, but not perfect. Because I don't want to use this because if I communicated with anyone and say just okay, yeah, if I pronounce it the way just as a native speaker, I will just have so much bad comments, actually, not good comments. So I don't want to pronounce it that correct, you know? I just want to be okay, you know?
Yeah.
Is it? It's weird and it's not correct to tell you as an English teacher this, but I don't know because we don't use it.
Really? You think so? So
I don't know
I know
because
that, okay, my proof that you're wrong is when we listen to this sentence from a native speaker, you couldn't identify everything he said. You know, however, you know all the words. He didn't say any new words. You know all of them, right? But you couldn't get it from the beginning. It's not just because you don't remember or you can't memorize what he said. It's about because he speaks in a way that you're not familiar with. So you need to understand, Soosan, the reason why we do this, not just because for you being able to say it that way, but also to be able to get it when you hear it from someone. You get the point? For example, when I teach you now that sometimes the or the THE is pronounced as the sometimes. This is not because I want you to say it that way. I want you to be ideal or I want you to say it in a perfect way. Not just that. But also, if you learn it that way, when you hear it from someone saying it that way, you will understand. Got it?
no, of course I understand even right now, but okay, I think it's it's not the correct way to say this. I just wanted to say that I don't want to. What I need to learn is just to speak in a way that is not incorrect,
Yes?
but in the same time, I don't want to be someone who speaks the super perfect flawless English, and people will just say like, "Oh my God, why she's talking like this? Like we are not talking like this." You know, I don't know if you understand my concern, but yeah, maybe I can just know how to pronounce the word as a native speaker and choose how to speak. It depends on the audience, maybe.
Okay. So I
Okay.
think now we agree on something. As you can see here, I
Yeah.
speak this way. You know, when you started talking to me, you found that I speak the way that you say that people might criticize you if you speak with or you speak in, right? But did you
Yes,
feel that
exactly.
I'm faking it or maybe I'm showing off on you or
No,
something?
no, 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 no.
That's
Of
the
course not.
same. That's the same, Sausan. I think you need to get rid of this idea. You need to change your mindset about this point. If you always say that people might mock me or criticize me because
Okay,
I
let
do
me tell you,
something.
because I don't sound, even if I try to speak the word in the correct way, I don't sound perfect, maybe.
Yes,
Because
that will
they
happen
say,
all
yes,
cases. Like, in both ways, that will happen. Because whenever, or like, no matter how hard you try to speak as natives, you will never be like them because you didn't learn this since you were a baby. We all try to reduce the gap between the way we talk and the way they do. But, you need to know that no one will be perfect. Even me, even the best one who speaks English in Egypt or any Arabic country or whatever. So we will never be as good as the person who was speaking English or who speaks English since he was a kid, since he was a child. You get it?
yes.
So
Okay.
we all try to reduce the gap, but like if we think that way, the way that you do about this, and if I speak English that way in front of someone, they would mock at me and they would say ha 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 or laugh at me or bully at me or something. I would never do anything. You get it?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my perspective. That's how I see it. And of course, you're free to think however you want. If you're not
No, I
convinced,
think I need to learn, but I'm just, it was a thought on my mind, so I just, I don't know, but if, of course, I want to learn English in the correct way. Okay.
yes, because this is very important, Susan. And we all, I think in your work field, you can do well, right? But you always
Alhamdulillah.
seek, like, to improve, to get better. So it doesn't mean that you do well, you do bad, right? But you
Yes,
want to be better, you want to improve. So that's it.
of course.
Yeah. So
All right.
so that's how we're gonna work, or we're gonna be working on this course. Okay, it's very important to know that it's not just about giving you information and tips. Of course, I will give you the tips, the right tips to improve your pronunciation and phonetics and so on. But I try not to make it in a very academic way. That's the point. Yeah, I just wanted to show you how we do it, or how we're gonna be working on it. And that's it. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Yes, you can please let me know if it will be just separate sessions, or do you provide English courses like grammar English or phonetics separately? What do you offer?
Okay, to be honest, nowadays I offer conversation courses, which means that I coach you to be able to speak better English, and that means that we work on everything. We work on grammar, we work on phonetics, we work on improving learning new idioms and vocabulary, and also improve the speaking and listening skills. So that's all of that in one course, you know. But if you want to focus on just one aspect of these, so we can do this, we can focus more on this aspect. For example, related to this topic, we are supposed to make a conversation or to learn how to talk about where our getting up habits and waking up habits, and what if you like to wake up early in the morning or you prefer to stay up late. So that's what we should be talking about, or should be learning to talk about in this topic. But we can make it in many different ways. For example, here you wanted to improve your pronunciation and phonetics, so we only took this part. For example, if you want to learn new expressions, we're going to be going through the new expressions and the new vocabulary we're going to be learning in this topic. and we're gonna learn how to use them to make conversations. If you wanna improve your grammar, we're gonna be working on how to say things in the right grammatical rules, and that will be only the only part we focus on, okay? But in general, if you wanna have a course to be able to speak good English and to speak everyday English, so we're gonna be working on all of that in the conversation course. You get what I mean?
I think we have been talking for 1 hour, so after this 1 hour, can you evaluate my English and let me know at what is my level and what I need depending on my speaking?
Yes, since you need to improve your pronunciation and phonetics. So when it comes to phonetics and the way you pronounce, only this one, so I would say that you are B1. When it comes to pronunciation and phonetics, you're B1. Okay? I'm not talking about your your main level in English. I'm only evaluating the part that you need. Got it?
Okay. What
Yeah.
about my whole level, my whole English level?
Yeah, so your whole level English or your whole level in English.
General.
Yeah. I need to talk to you more so I can evaluate your whole level. I need to talk to you more.
Yeah, I'm asking because I need to know if I need general English conversation course or just it will be just phonetics, because I think phonetics is what I want because I can speak English. Maybe I think I'm speaking English. I don't know, but I feel that I speak English faster than a normal because it helps me. I don't know. I believe if I speak English fast, people will just won't notice my English mistakes. So I don't know. I have this feeling, and of course because I have ADHD. But regardless, I think when I speak English fast, it will just I will feel more comfortable. So if it's not if I'm speaking English incorrectly, grammatically, and so on, then I need to work on this to help me speak English more in a normal tone, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think if we decide to work together
Yeah.
on improving your English, I would understand more and more of what you need and your weakness points, and we're going to be working on them together. For example, some topics we discuss and talk about, you will be able to talk and discuss them with me freely, easily. And some other topics, no. So, but like we will understand this by time together, okay? But when it comes to grammar, for example, you don't make grammar mistakes, okay? You speak in a very good grammar, which is very good, okay? And speaking of the part where you said that when you speak fast, people will focus on catching your mistakes, no. If you speak fast, people will not be able to catch any mistakes. That's the truth. And that's how it works, okay? So when you be able to focus, when you be able to talk faster than usual, and when you be able to speak fast, people will not have the ability to catch your mistakes. Got it?
Okay. Do you think that I speak in a fast way or it's normal?
A normal way, but like as I told you, we need to have a real deep conversation, because when this happens, mistakes happens. So that's the point. So we need to talk more, you know. In this session, we only focused on the part you need, which is improving the pronunciation. And when I asked you, for example, to pronounce a word like the elephant, you said the elephant. So this is something we need to work on. I could catch it, you know. But for example, when I ask you about a thrilling movie you've watched recently, So that's a question, and I can evaluate you on this question according to your answer. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So maybe after the session, that's gonna be your question, the question that you need to answer, and I want you to answer it in a voice record and send it to me on WhatsApp. Tell me about a good thrilling movie you've watched recently, and tell me the story. What was the story about, and who was your favorite actor or actress in this movie, and what did you like about this movie the most? So when you start talking on this, I will be able to catch the other weakness points you have. Got it?
Yes, but I hate
Yeah, hate what?
I don't remember the term. الواجب كان اسمه ايه؟ homework.
It's not
I hate
homework.
homework.
It's not
I
homework.
don't
It's just an
yeah,
assignment.
maybe I prefer just answering in sessions, not just doing something after sessions and preparing and studying and so on.
It's
So
not
I
just
just
studying. I want you to, to make a voice record saying what you want to say. No, don't prepare for anything. I'm not asking you to do anything.
Okay, how is
Okay?
that? Okay.
If you don't feel comfortable about this idea, we can do it next time, next session, no problem. So
Alright.
when we come or when we make the schedule, our fixed schedule, so maybe next session, that's going to be your task. And when we come to the session, the first thing I will be asking you about is to tell me about this movie. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to make it live, not in a voice
So,
record or something if you don't feel comfortable with.
Yeah, just as I told you, just I hate to. I hate the idea of just I have to do something and I have to send something and so on. Okay, so can you let me know about the packages, if you offer packages or if I need to pay you in